Hey if you weren't aware, Rush Duel came into Duel Links. It is really fun. It makes cards that doesn't seem good at regular Rush Duel, and make them work somehow. Like, did you know Bunker Strike was good in this format? That's so nice to see. Sadly cannot make content for it cause I cannot record in this crappy computer. But anyways, GOHA Cup happened. And you know what the neat part is? I managed to reach 13th place. Just have to ignore the number of games it took. Here's my deck. This is Red Ice Ruler. The deck strategy is to delay the turn as much as possible using Yami Ruler, to put you in a leading position. Get through your deck faster to set more traps, get some damage in with Piercing from Piercing Samurai, and direct attack with Kime Ruler. Which is a nice way to put a pressure on opponent. With the Red Ice skill, you technically have Tribute Monster than your opponent on resource-exhausting games, unless they are on Ancient Forces, which can reuse bosses with Phoenix Dragon. It also has a way to get around versus opponent's back row with Seraph of Darkness and Speedy Performer. Also, the skill allows the deck to weaken other bosses which also get around traps sometimes. The deck also run less warrior, unlike Celerity decks, to avoid Phantom Bind. The back row of choice I gone for is the Barrier, which allows me to reuse Red Ice further. And Phantom Bind due to the high rate of Dragonic Resonance decks. Dark Ruler Battle Slash is a nice consideration, but my issue with it is activation timing, which doesn't work on Red Ice. There's also a situation where you can deck out your opponent for not having any boss monster or not capable of pushing through this deck's powerful defense. Though you have to be mindful of your deck, as you can mill first from the early lead and the Yam Roller turn delays. But they are forced to draw more when they are under pressure. Another card that is nice for that situation is Royal Rebel's Shout, which I didn't use. Despite the decks look slow and clunky, it can swarm big bodies easily with the help of the Seahorse engine and the Red Ice skill. And I think it does it even better than Dragonic Resonance, which has hand-fixed powers with Bunker Strike. Another thing about this is that it can bait out Widespread Ruin while under lock due to the potential of dying from a lot of chip damage. Though it is a rare case. Widespread Ruin is still a menace of a card. Which I decided to just ignore, cause right now I don't like the other card options to deal with it. But anyways, I'm happy with my result. Though I had regrets, I did want to win first place for this one, despite the poor rewards. I did not believe in it well enough, cause I switched deck to Dragonic Resonance and Ancient Forces, but doing badly cause of bricking, and I hate the mirror matches. So yeah, that's all. RIP Dragonic Resonance though. Cause ban list happen. Despite I think Dragonic Resonance is fair and cool, they still got hit. I blame the number of usage. My issue with it is that it is restricted to build, cause it is dragon locked. The attack cap is low versus another high level, so it loses to common traps, despite being the deck that has the easiest back row removal. That deck reward patience and tactical hand stacking. Ancient Forces is also such a cool deck, cause of having a good resource loop, and can unlock the full effect of Ancient Arise Dragon. Which is never used like that in regular Rush. Arise is also good for having a high enough boost to not lose to common traps, and don't have deck building requirement and low base stat of 7's Road Magician. The hits are a shame. I like the idea of this dex. But I'm rambling too much. My issue in Rush Duel Links is just lack of cards. So I'm happy to see more content for it. I have a burnt out for dueling too much. So yeah, that's all about it. Now scram.